Hey, hey, it's Dr. Dawn, and welcome to another episode of Mystical Monday. I will be your guide tonight as I share information to you that has been given to me by Spirit to pass on to the collective. I will be getting us first in a place of receiving mode by getting us aligned in our peaceful place to where we can be open to receive all of the downloads that we're going to get tonight and use them in a way that is for our highest divine good. So let's get a comfortable spot, either on the floor, in your bed, wherever you want to be. Doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable for you. And let's get ready to get aligned so that we can get focused and in tuned to the frequency that we'll be working with tonight, okay? So let's all start by closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Another deep breath in. Exhale out. Sit with yourself and your energy for a moment. We're going to release all of the energy that we've picked up today that is not for our highest good. Let's first start by visualizing a divine white light that is being sent to us from above. It is being downloaded through our crown chakra at the top of our heads. Allow all of this white light to come through and in you. Let's sit and allow this energy and light to come through us. Filling us up with a lot of love and light and energy. Feel it pulsate through your body. Feel the energy, feel the warmth of love and light. Everything you've been carrying today, everything you picked up today that is of lower vibrational energy and not in alignment with who you are will be released right now back into the universe. As it leaves your body, you'll continue to feel the white light as you feel lighter and connected to the source. The energy is not just flowing down to you and through your crown chakra. It is now forming a circle all around you, a protective circle of strength. And love. Feel the energy of this circle as you sit in the middle of it, observing and watching, and feeling all of the energy coming through you and around you. You are a powerful, energetic being of light. As you sit in this light, feel that power. Taking deep breaths in and out as needed. Continue to allow the flow. As you sit in your light, you now notice that the light begins to get lighter and fading just slightly. First, the circle of light around you. As the light starts to disappear, you remain powerful and strong in the light that comes through you, through your crown chakra. The light in your crown chakra now begins to ease and to become lighter as you are full of divine energy and light at this time. You are in your power. This light from your chakra now begins to disappear, no longer pouring into you because you're filled up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's open our eyes on the count of 3. Continuing to breathe deeply in and out. 1, 2, 3. We're here. We're back. Whew, that feels a lot better. Hopefully you guys feel the release that comes with that. Hopefully you felt the energy download that came with that. And hopefully you feel more in tuned frequency-wise. And you're in the here and the now. Okay. Again, I am Dr. Dawn, and welcome to another episode of Mystical Monday. Before I get going, if at any point during this time, this information resonates with you, please click the like button, okay? We love the likes because we love to increase or play into this algorithm so that we can continue to get the information out to those who are in need of this guidance. Okay, so let's start off tonight by first getting me to realize, getting you guys to realize that there are signs, symbols, and messages being sent to all of you right now, collectively on this planet by Spirit. Spirit. They're coming by the masses. Okay, you guys are experiencing synchronicities like never before, meaning you're thinking of things and they are now appearing in your reality quickly. I want you to be aware of this because I want you to know that you are on track. I can't tell you how many times I get people who are constantly getting flustered and getting discouraged because they feel like things aren't happening the way they're supposed to because they're not on track. You are on track. You can never get off track. Do you understand that? Being off track doesn't exist. Whatever your destination is that you're trying to get to, if you feel like you've taken a left turn instead of a right, your internal guidance system, your GPS is wired to reroute you, to get you to the right turn that you feel like you should have taken. So you can never get off track. Okay? All right, I want you guys to first realize that you are getting experiences now in your reality that are going to help you with the next chapter in your life. Okay, do you understand that? Every experience that you're having is moving you in the direction of the next chapter. So first you need to look at, what am I learning right now in my life? Now, you guys know I always use me as an example because I can only share from my experience because I'm the only one having my experience. So it's unique to me. So I know that right now, let me tell you what I'm learning. I am learning all things technology as it relates to social media. I have been thrust in this now at this point. Spirit is now saying, look, girl, this is the time for you to get really proficient with this, because what's coming for you down the road is going to require you to be very astute as it relates to technology. So when I look at things as if they may be falling apart, like, oh my gosh, I'm having a difficult time editing this, or why can't this happen? Or I need to try to get this person to do this for me. Spirit is making these things happen because I'm being pushed to learn how to do these things myself, because I'm going to need to be able to do these things. You see how that works? So right now, things are happening to move you forward to the next chapter. So first, look at the things that you're learning. Now, I gave you a good example of mine. Mine was pretty tangible. I can see that technology is being forced on me to move me to the next level. Pretty tangible. But for some of you, there are intangible things that are being forced into your life for you to learn in terms of like maybe characteristics. Okay, so like, are you being thrust upon people who are sneaky, or people who are deceptive, or people who don't have your highest good in mind? Okay, be mindful of this pattern, okay, because it's moving you or showing you something that is going to assist you with the next chapter of your life. And for some of you who are looking for love, some of these characteristics come in the form of ways that you view people treating you, so that you can see like what's coming for the next chapter, and so that you can get prepared maybe for the relationship that's coming. If a lot of you are into investing and you're noticing a pattern in terms of your investments, like, oh my goodness, I keep losing money, I'm not gaining, I'm going all in, I'm going with my feeling, and I'm just going for the flow, going with it, but it's not working for my benefit. Well, it could be that this pattern is showing you you're moving too abruptly or too quickly. For what's to come next is going to require you to move slowly, to move slower, to do more thinking, to do more planning, to do more being in tuned with what is happening around you, so that you can make the right choices. Okay, so whatever is happening in your life now is getting you ready for the next chapter. See, all of us right now, we're too involved with the am I on the right track thing. When you do that, when you make yourself too involved with am I on the right track, you become attached to the outcome. Do you understand that? You are constantly trying to become attached to the outcome, which is going to cause you to repeat the cycle over and over again. Okay. Okay, let's stay with me with my example. So with the example I said with the technology, all right, here's what's happening. I have been doing the social media thing for about 2 years now, right? I have no interest in editing or learning to edit, or like the creative process of videos still kind of me, because I'm not really social media in tuned, so to speak. And so I'm always kind of straying away from it a little bit because it's just not comfortable. Well, why is it not comfortable for me? Because I'm not proficient in it. Do you know anything that you're not proficient in, or you feel like you have enough knowledge in, it's not going to be comfortable for you, period. So I had to look at, okay, I'm not comfortable in it because I don't know how to do it, right? So look, now I got to get comfortable with it, or I'm going to cause myself to keep repeating the cycle of maybe getting into situations where I want some things edited a certain way, but financially my channels aren't as big as they could be, in order to afford like people to come in and do this, that, and everything. And so I'm forced to kind of just kind of let it be. And so now Spirit is saying you don't have to have a lot of money, to make your social media platform be the way you want it to be. You just got to get in there and do like the work that's needed to make it the way you want. It's not that difficult. Just try it and you'll see. Okay. And so now I'm pushed, or I'm going to keep repeating the cycle of trying to figure out how to grow my platforms, how to, create this or how to edit that, or I've got to get the knowledge. You see how that works? So you'll keep repeating. When you become too attached to like the outcome. And I hope that was a good example for that. Because for some of you, I got to use my lottery people, the people who keep trying to win the lottery. You're so attached with your wealth being attached to the lottery that you don't open the door to other possibilities for this money and wealth to come through. And so by becoming attached to the outcome, it has to be a lottery win. You're going to keep repeating the cycle sometimes over and over and over and over of playing and losing and playing and losing because you're too attached to that being the only way that you receive your wealth. Now, do you stop playing the lottery? Absolutely not. You play it with the mindset of this may be one avenue of me winning, but there are multiple ways that Spirit can allow me to become wealthy. I'm just going to play this because this will keep this opportunity open, as maybe one of the ways it comes, but it doesn't have to come that way. It can come through another way, and I'm open to that. Okay. For those of you who are trying to find a mate or find a significant other, you're very attached to what this person has to be like, what they have to look like, what kind of job they have, where they live, or what are the requirements in terms of, do they have kids? Do they not? Like, you're very specific in what love looks like for you. Okay. Listen, this is very important. You're saying love is attached to a lot of these characteristics. You're attaching love to these characteristics. Well, when you do that, you limit the pool of resources, because Spirit wants to show you love sometimes, or most of the time, isn't even based on all of this list that you have in front of you. It's based on how the person makes you feel. So you'll repeat that cycle over and over and over of dating and going out with these people that are specific to your list and kind of bombing or like not working out because you're in this cycle of attaching what you think love looks like or should look like. Okay. Be open. Say, I would love, or set the intention, I would love for this person to have this kind of job, look this kind of way, live this certain kind of way. Like, you could put all of that out there, Okay. But at the forefront, you want to put, I want to feel respected, protected, and loved. Okay. And this goes for males or females. Okay. You put out there the feelings that you want to have. The characteristics will come and follow afterwards, but you put out there the feelings and emotions, because some of you are still on that cycle. You see how this works? So getting on track is not hard. You're already on track. You're on track when you wake up every morning. You're on track just by being here. You cannot be off track. So get that out of your mind. Get that perspective out of your mind. You can never get off track. What you need to do now is to look at the experiences that are in your field right now, coming in your life, that are preparing you for the next chapter. And then see where is the potential that you have to learn more, to move you like graciously into that next chapter, okay? All right, now, Spirit is trying to get everybody's attention, AKA God. During this time, Spirit, AKA God, is trying to get everybody's attention. Let's go through two things. Well, not two things. Let's go through the first thing that Spirit is trying to get everybody's attention for collectively on the planet. We need to first understand there's a difference, and this is going to seem off track a little bit, but I got to put this in here because this is the biggest energy block that we have in terms of relationships, because relationships kind of formulate who we are. We're based off of the relationships that we encounter from birth to death, right? That's part of our conditioning, part of what creates our energetic field and our inner self, okay? So Spirit is trying to like get everybody's attention now to first get everybody to recognize there's a difference between forgiveness and reconciliation, okay? Let's first become aware of this, because this is going to help you 100% in your relationships. When you see the difference or experience the difference between both of those, it's going to move your energy and move away blockages, okay? Forgiveness. Forgiveness is when maybe you two don't come to an agreement or see eye to eye on whatever it is that caused you to not have the relationship that you want, okay? But you say, this is what you say. You say, I'm going to rely on God to accomplish the outcome. I'm going to turn it over to Spirit, okay? I'm not going to try to rectify it. I'm not going to try to make sense of it. I'm just going to turn it over to Spirit and let the outcome be determined, however it's going to be determined, based on me releasing it over to Spirit and making myself aware that I no longer want to be attached to this, okay? That's forgiveness. Forgiveness means you may not agree, you don't disagree, you just turn it over. You let it go, all right? You let it go and you move forward in your endeavors, okay? That's forgiveness. Reconciliation. You can't have reconciliation unless you have a multiple person process. It's not a one person thing. See, forgiveness is a one person thing. You know how they say, you don't have to, forgive the person for them. You got to do it for yourself. See, forgiveness is a one-way thing. You can do that on your own. Reconciliation takes two, all right? Reconciliation is when you guys, both people, choose to do whatever it takes. You guys are going to do whatever it takes to get to the point where the relationship is restored. Now, if one person is willing and the other one isn't, you can't do it. Can't have reconciliation. All right. Reconciliation requires both parties to come together and say, hey, we realize there's a disconnect here. It is because of this. We're going to work on it this way. We're going to try to work on it this way, this way, this way. And let's see how it works. And let's move forward and try to make this work. That's reconciliation. Now, determine with your relationships, you guys, which one are you trying to do? Are you trying to forgive or reconcile? Because some of y'all trying to do both. And you can't, it's not, remember, reconciliation requires two people. Forgiveness, only one. So you may say in one breath, I forgive you, and move forward, right? You say, I forgive you and move forward. You say, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to let God deal with the outcome. I'm going to move forward. And then you say, I'm going to do this, and this to reconcile and to make it happen and do. Well, if that other person is not where you are and they say, well, I'm glad you forgave it and moved on, but I'm still pissed off. You can't reconcile it. There is no reconciliation. Some of you are trying to reconcile relationships where the other person is not willing to do everything that they can to help restore it. Do you see? So you have to first make up in your mind, am I forgiving this person, or am I trying to reconcile the relationship? That is so key and important. I had to bring that up because that was the theme in my one-on-one sessions last week. People not becoming aware of the fact that even though they say, I've moved on, and so I'm still, communicating with this person, do whatever, but they still want to, stay in the past. Well, then you can't move on in a relationship with this person if they're not willing to join you in trying to restore the relationship. Do you see? You have to cut the ties. You have to leave it alone. You have to detach. You have to step back. And so a lot of us don't realize that. And so we go in this hamster wheel, this repetitive cycle of these relationships, and we keep thinking we're healed because we say, oh, I turned it over. A lot of people tell you they turned it over to God. I put it on the altar. I did this. You say that, but then you're still trying to force this relationship upon this other person that don't want to have it with you. You see? So get clarity on where this relationship stands and what outcome you're trying to move towards, forgiveness or reconciliation, or you're going to be stuck on the repetitive cycle. Okay, I had to get that one out because even though that's kind of in the mix of what I'm saying now, it was something that commanded more than just me doing a little 2-minute Instagram posting on, which I still may though. I still may do an Instagram. I will do an Instagram post on this because people need to understand the difference between the two so that they can clear and heal and let go of relationships that are no longer serving them. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's keep going. All right, so spirit is trying to get your attention. Remember, I told you that. Okay, so spirit is trying to let the collective know you all are creators. You all are creators. Stop reacting to your environment. If you are creating your life, the situations, the circumstances, the people in your life, you're creating it. If you're creating it, then how you respond to things and people around you dictates what you create. Do you get that? So if you are trying to create a life of abundance, a life of happiness and alignment and wealth, then why are you responding to this person over here who is creating or exhibiting a life of sadness, remorse, agitation, envy? Like, why are you reacting to that? Don't react to that, because guess what? Then that becomes what you are going to create. Start being aware of what is affecting your creation. A lot of you are trying to manifest and you just don't know why you're not, but yet you are reacting to this person over here who is like always upset and frustrated, or you're trying to react to like your kids over here who are always needing something and who are always getting into something. Like, you keep reacting to things that are counterproductive to what you're creating. Always remember, you are the creator. Spirit said, let them know they are creating their life. Nobody else is doing it. But please stress to them to stop reacting to their environment. Okay. With this said, you also consider stop focusing on the anxieties in life and stay focused on the abundance. Every time you find yourself getting into a position of nervousness or worry, focus on what is positive and free flowing in your life. Okay. So for example, I always use bills because people get so worried about bills. That's like a foreign subject to me now. It used to be like at the forefront of my life, like bills. And now I don't even think about bills. You can tell when you've evolved, because it just is not at the forefront. Let's not use bills. Let's use something else, because we all, I think, have evolved a little bit from bills. How about the well-being of someone else? Okay. We all tend to focus on when we see other people taking steps or directions that we know are going to end in disaster, we get all worried for them, right? And we want to try to stop or intercede or get in. stop at that moment where you feel anxiety setting in, when you're focusing on things that are worrying you, and then focus on the abundance that you have in your life. So with that example that I gave you, with us focusing on somebody who's maybe going off track or doing something that we know is going to end up crazy, focus on the abundance in your life. Like, oh, I got my health. I'm doing real good. Let me go get a massage so I can feel good, get this lower back pain out. Or let me go, sit in the steam room, and release some of these toxins. Soon as you get into an anxiety state, flip it into a state of abundance for yourself, a state of self-care for yourself. Flip it, just flip it. And you will see how the anxiety turns into just a thought, just a thought. But you have to do it and not get fixated in that moment. Turn it around and relate it to you. Put it on you. Make it about you internally. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Now, next, Spirit wants you guys to start being your authentic self. Because if you don't be your authentic self, now this is important, you guys, because a lot of us, including me, I used to do this too, baby. If you are not your authentic self, you push down your truth, you start giving off the energy of discomfort and neediness. Okay. Do you understand that? When you're not your authentic self and you're covering up who you are, or you're pushing it way down, you're going to be uncomfortable in how you interact with people. And so you're ultimately saying to yourself, I need this relationship, because if I didn't, I would be myself. So when you are not your authentic self and you push it down, the energy of neediness comes off. And then things kind of go on a downward swing, because you're going to start being uncomfortable around this person or in situations that involve this person. Once you become confident in who you are, once you become able to speak it and live it, you're going to start creating an environment of safety and stability. Okay? AKA a powerful environment. Until you get to that point of being authentic, that's not what your environment says. Your environment says, treat me how you want to treat me. Say to me what you want to say to me, because I'm not going to express who I am or how I am, because I want to keep you in my life. So I need you, I need you, I need you. Okay. And the energy becomes attach. And then the energy does what? It interrupts your flow of your manifesting and creating abundance in your life, because you are trying to attach to energies that are not in alignment or suitable for who you are. Okay, so now Spirit is saying, come on, collective, you are in a frequency now of authenticity. There's no more being fake. Y'all know back in the day, who was fake, who was not. Like, now it's going to hurt you to be fake, like literally hurt you in terms of energy and frequency to be fake. You're going to feel it, and it's going to have ramifications that are going to be in your awareness sphere. You're going to start seeing that you're not moving in the direction that you want to, or creating the life that you want to, because you're stagnant in your conditioned behaviors that you've had throughout your life that were comfortable to you. Not going to be comfortable no more. Let me tell y'all something. You know how many years I sat with this intuitive ability that I have and not actually speaking it, out of fear of looking very egotistical, very opinionated. I mean, I still did sometimes and came off that way, but people never understood. I was coming from a place of knowing, a place of receiving intuitive guidance. I just never mentioned it, and you still don't have to mention it. But because I do what I do now, and my truth involves speaking and being comfortable with the idea and concept of communicating with the spiritual realm, I got to stand in it. I got to stand in it and not back down from it. Because if I do, that is in direct opposite of who I am at this point in my journey. All kinds of things would start to maybe go wrong with me if I started to, oh, be ashamed, oh, be afraid, oh, start to let what other people say, like deter me. Like all of that would cause me to go in such an energetic state of flux, you guys. I probably would have headaches. I probably would have like significant weight gain. I probably would be like lethargic or tired a lot. My energy would be pulled down. Like all because I am in the opposite of my flow and not being my authentic self, because the energy, the frequency that's penetrating the planet is, remember, it's pushing down on us to push up out of us all of the things that we're suppressing and that we have not been living in terms of our truth. So as it, remember, I told you guys before, as it comes up and this frequency comes down, the more you don't meet that frequency and continue to push up, and the frequency causes it to go back down, you're going to feel the disruption in your energetic and spirit body. Okay. So spirit is saying now, be your authentic self and don't send off that energy and frequency of discomfort and attachment. We're done with that. We're through with that. I see that a mile away now, and I run for cover when I see it coming. Okay. I know as an intuitive and an empath, you know when people aren't their authentic self. I've known it for years, but I've just taken it because I wanted people in my life. No. I see you a mile away now. I see you. And so because I see you, I keep you over there. Okay. Because you're not going to interrupt or interfere or disrupt my authentic place of being. That's the concept spirit wants you guys to have now. You got to get into your authenticity and not compromise, okay? Out of fear or thought of it attaching or being detached from something you've become used to, and create your environment of safety and stability. Because the more you step into your authentic self, you start to become safe, confident, stable, grounded. Okay. That's what we want to be. Look at that chakra system. Oh, I don't know which way to go. That chakra system, grounded. We want to be grounded in all of our energy portals and keep that connection, maintain that connection as best that we can while we're here on this planet. Okay. All right. Next, Spirit wants the collective know to start prioritizing fun. Top of your list, fun. You know what I've noticed, y'all? You turn on some music, like I'm good at tapping my feet, bopping my head, but moving my body is fun now to me. So if you follow me on like Instagram or well, not so much TikTok, but I'm getting there. You follow me, I'm going to do more movement, more dancing, more feeling the energy of fun. Okay. Doing things outside of your comfort zone. Spirit is saying prioritize that now. You guys here on planet Earth, that has not been our priority. Our priority has been survival mode for eons. That's been the energy on this planet. Spirit is saying if you want to manifest and create abundance in the life you desire, you now change it from survival mode. That's not the energy anymore. You're working in direct opposite of what the energy is coming through on the planet. The energy on the planet and frequency is saying fun. Why is it saying fun? Fun is high vibrational. Fun moves, that portal system into a state of movement. Those portals on the chakras twirl. When you have fun, they move, and then they can, or they do, connect you to your inner higher self and make you feel in alignment with the truth of who you are. But we gotta prioritize fun, you guys. We don't do that. This is crazy. I wrote on my calendar, have fun. I have to like remind myself, because just like you, I'm conditioned, or I was conditioned in the get up and go to work, do your thing. Your fun is on the weekend, if that, and you just wait till the weekend. No. Fun is on your agenda every day. Get into the fun. You guys, for those of you who listen to Abraham Hicks, she's always saying you guys can't manifest because you're not understanding like the reason you're here. You're here on earth to have fun and then have more fun and have fun and have fun. She's always stressing the fun part because it's why you decided to come here, because you're like, look, on earth, you can do a whole lot of stuff you can't do on these other planets. I'm gonna have me a good time. I'm gonna have fun. But when you come through the portal of your mother's womb, and that memory gets wiped of why you came, and you get into the conditioning once you're here of what everybody else is conditioned, which is the, fight or flight, the survival mode, you forget about the fun. And then you say, what the heck? I was there all that time and I didn't even really have fun. Well, Spirit, AKA God, is saying, now, come on, children. Fun is at the forefront of whatever you're doing. Even if you're getting up, going to work, how can you make that fun? I've been seeing on TikTok, baby, people at work dancing in the break room or doing little skits at their desks, or like everybody's incorporating some things now to loosen up this energy and get out of that feeling of that stagnation and that routine and that, gotta do this way for this amount of time. Like, we're getting away from that and we're moving to a place of fun, because fun puts us in alignment with the energy and frequency of who we are. Okay, so put fun. Fun is a priority. Okay, next, Spirit says, start using your intuition. Use your intuition. I'm not just saying that because I teach classes on it. I'm saying it because I taught classes on it and started that because I knew where we were headed energetically on the planet. Not just me, but a whole lot of other beings that are down here to awaken and to guide and assist. We know that intuition is what you have to have, what you have to use now. And so a lot of you are using it, but you're second guessing it. I'm not going to even say you're using it, because you know what? A lot of you are using it, but you're not aware you're using it. That's the key. A lot of you have to become aware of when your intuition is nudging you, when it's confirming for you, when it's giving you those messages, those codes, those signs. You get into it and stop running from it and being afraid of what it's telling you. For so long, we have always associated our intuition with bad stuff. Like, like, oh, you get a knot in your stomach, means something, you're nervous, or something bad's going to happen. Like, that's how we thought of intuition, as giving us the inkling that something bad was going to happen. Do you guys remember that? Like, that was the conditioning, like all our lives. If you, felt like your intuition, which is, most people say, the knot in their stomach or the movement in their stomach, the nervous, that's the only thing we associated with intuition. Never anything positive, good, or uplifting. We just never associated it in that same like breath. But now your intuition is everything. It's every moment and second of your day. Constant, ongoing guidance. Again, this is the frequency that is on the planet right now. This frequency is at an all-time high. Let me tell y'all something. Do you understand, as human beings, we are in a place on this grid, this earthly grid, that has never been done before. We are in frequencies that we've never had before now on this planet. So we're now going to start seeing things that come up into our energy field on this planet that have never come before, because we've never been in this frequency of awareness before. So you guys are at the beginning. You're the cutting edge. You are the ones that are experiencing this new frequency on this planet in its newness, in its inception. So part of the frequency is the ability and connection to your intuition. We couldn't connect as well as we are now because the veil was so much thicker that the divine guidance that was coming to us was not really clear. It wasn't really succinct. We had to go to outside sources to try to get some clarity and some confirmation and understanding. But now it's so spot on and connect to us frequency wise that you're literally getting like guidance as soon as you open your eyes in the mornings. Okay, So Spirit is saying, start being aware of your God, your intuition, and using it more, but like talking to it more, asking it more for assistance. Okay. Because it's so much more. I don't even know the word to describe. I don't even know. I don't want to say calibrated, but we're so much more in connection with it now that the guidance is clearer than it's ever been before. Okay, so let's start using it. Now, understand that you're getting aligned to your higher self. This whole process that we're going through, like that I've talked to from the beginning of this video to now, from like you going through things right now that are getting you ready for the next chapter, you being like aware of the effects that these relationships are having on you, because you're not distinguishing between if you're forgiving or reconciling, you kind of prioritizing fun, like everything that I'm talking about today is getting you more aligned to your higher self, the self that we kind of didn't even pay attention to or knew existed in previous lifetimes. Okay. Now, in the midst of getting more aligned to your higher self, you know how you're going to know how you're going to know when you're getting more aligned to your higher self? You are not going to feel the need to prove or validate yourself anymore. This is very important. So for me in my journey 2 years ago, when I first started, to talk about what I'm talking about now, I was getting all types of kind of negative feedback. And this was just 2 years ago. Negative feedback from the collective as it relates to the information I was giving being more along the lines of like witchcraft and, demonic and just all kinds of things. And I always felt the need to try to prove myself. Like for every time somebody made a comment, I would come back like with a response, and I would go back and forth to try to validate myself, to let them know, hey, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm sharing love and light. Yeah, you say the Bible says this, but I interpret it as it meaning that. And I kept going back and forth. When you get in tuned or aligned with your higher self, you're not going to feel the need to do that, because you're going to understand that everybody is operating from a place of their awareness and their frequency. And so for you to engage makes no sense, because it's just like two people listening to two different radio stations. You can't argue with someone based on what they're listening to on their station if you're on a whole nother station. Do you see? So you're going to come to a realization of that, and you're going to say to yourself, I don't even need to prove or validate myself, because I know who I am, and I know where I am, and I know what I'm doing, and I know the truth of who I am, my truth. Okay. And then that's going to go away. If you're still feeling like, and I just use a spiritual example of validating. Some of you may need to validate yourself because maybe in your families, you're the F up. I don't want to say the curse word, but you're the F up, or you're viewed as the F up. So you're always explaining yourself or trying to validate yourself or prove that you're worthy, because everybody looks at you a certain way. You get closer or you get more in alignment with your higher self, you ain't gonna feel the need to do that, because you'll be satisfied with who you are and where you are, understanding like what's happening in your life and why. Okay. Another way that you'll know that you're more aligned with your higher self is that you'll start to feel worthy. You'll start to feel worthy of love and of wealth. As long as you're saying, oh, I can't find nobody. I don't know why I can't find nobody. I mean, I do this, I do that. I treat people nice. But you start trying to talk about all your positive characteristics and why you can't, why, whoa. That'll change to, oh, I know that someone is coming in my life that, will love me because I'm worthy. I am, made in the creation of the divine, and that all things that are for my highest good are constantly trying to come to me and get to me, and I'm just waiting, because I know that this will happen. You will become in a feeling of like worthiness, and you'll know, hey, I'm wealthy than beyond my dreams. Like you measuring your wealth off of how many dollar signs or decimals you got in your bank account. I'm measuring mine off of how good I feel, how aware I am, how I attract love and things that are coming to me without even trying, you will start to feel this worthiness. And so you'll know, hey, I'm getting closer to my higher self because I'm starting to feel this. Okay. And so be aware of these changes in you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. Physically, you're going to start wanting to eat a little differently when you get more connected and closer to your higher self. You're going to want to feel more grounded. You're going to be tired of feeling like anxious or upset or little envious or just guilty. You're going to be tired of all that. So you're going to want to be in a place all the time of feeling grounded. And so you're going to start going, well, what makes me feel that way? And you're going to start looking at what you're eating and the effects that it has on you. Usually, if we want to stay grounded, we increase our protein. A little more protein helps you to stay grounded and takes off that edge, of teeter-tottering as it relates to your emotions. Okay, so start being aware, okay, of where you are and where you're moving towards and how you're feeling in the process. Because see, Spirit says the message today is tell them they're on the right track. Tell them what the track looks like. Tell them how the track makes them feel, and tell them how they know when they're moving along the track. Because somewhere along the line, we're losing our awareness of the growth that we're making in the process, okay? Thus, causing us to have repetitive cycles. And again, don't even get attached to the idea of repetitive cycles. Some of you are so caught up in, oh, I'm tired of repeating. I don't want to repeat this again. And then you start getting into a place of like, I got to do something. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. You start getting into a place of worry, a place of anxiousness, and then you kind of contribute to the repetitive cycle. You guys, the repetitive cycles are the outcomes of the matrix. It is what happens when you get too involved, okay, in the outcome. You get too involved in, am I on the right track? Whenever you ask yourself, am I on the right track? Then you are in the matrix programming because you become attached to the outcome. You must replace that, or replace that with, I am on the right track in all that I say and all that I do and all that is happening in my life. I am on the right track. Change the perspective, change the energy flow, change the direction. Okay. So I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys in terms of, do you feel as if you're on track? And if you do, tell me what experiences you're having right now that let you know you're on track. Share with me. I told you guys mine are technology experiences, things to show me. Get your butt more in tune to being into technology, because that's getting you ready for the next chapter. Okay. And if you feel like you're, whether you feel like you're on track or off track, let me know, why you feel like that, because more often than not, like I told you, you're always on track. You just have to be aware of what is being shown to you on the track that you're on. Okay. So hopefully once I get this technology thing a little better, my subscribers will go up. And I will be able to give you guys some more visually appealing content. I got to get with it. I got to get moving, because that's in the flow, of what I'm doing. I have to keep progressing and keep going forward. So if you enjoy my content, until I can get all of this technological stuff in place, please make sure you like this video, you subscribe and share with someone else if it resonates with you. You guys, my math ain't mathing. I'm getting so many views and very little likes, which I don't know how that works. I'm guilty of that too, watching other people's videos, forgetting to like it if I like it. Please do so if this information resonates with you, so that we can continue, as I mentioned in the beginning, to get this algorithm moving, get this content out to those who need it, and to increase the audience for this information presented to the collective by Spirit. Okay. For those of you who do not follow me, please follow me on Instagram at Discovering Your Inner Light. I am on Instagram Thursday nights. It'll be every other Thursday now. Thursday nights at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Thursday Night Live, where I do live spiritual readings so that people can get an idea of what a one-on-one coaching session is like. So you're not afraid because of your conditioned beliefs of what that entails. So make sure you click and sign on so you'll know which Thursday it's coming up. And if you don't want to volunteer, you may want to just watch. We enjoy that too, but make sure you go to Instagram at Discovering Your Inner Light and follow me. I am now on TikTok, and that's Discovering Your Inner Light. It's Discovering Your Inner Light with an 8 at the end. Hopefully, I'll get those graphics so you can see the difference between how it is spelled on TikTok versus Instagram versus YouTube. You know, I'm a work in progress, you guys. So you guys have been fantastic. I enjoy Mystical Mondays. This is where I get to really fully express myself and my messages at length. And I enjoy audience participation and feedback. So please, if you're watching the replay, try to join us on Monday nights at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the live chat. I'm always in the live chat to answer questions, look at your comments, and just have a dialogue if needed, okay? So that's Monday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube at Discovering Your Inner Light. Okay, you guys, this has been great. I hope this has helped you. Remember, you're never alone. And most importantly, you're never off track. Okay, until next week, I'll see you guys next